Now that's the type of move that sends a message to an opponent. Getting his attention with a vicious strike.
Oh, it's not going to be good. This is not going to be good.
So damaging.
Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose. With this being the first night of NXT, the whole purpose of this show is to find the next breakout star, the next main eventer. In my mind, in my estimation, Daniel Bryan did not start off on the right foot.
No, he didn't, but I love this whole concept, Cole. It's trial by fire. We have the opportunity to get some real insight into the personality, or lack thereof, of 8 NXT rookies looking to achieve a WWE dream.
Now we have Daniel Bryan on the attack. Chris Jericho's on the attack now.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting. He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Down he goes.
That'll do it every time.
You can say whatever you want to say about The Miz. He's a shoulders on the mat. Digging deep for a kick out.
Not yet.
Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show.
Hey, Daniel Bryan's looked all right at times in this match. I mean, he's been showing us why he's a world-renowned for his ground and pound attack.
Renowned? What are you talking about? What world are you talking about? He's been on the independent scene. There's no way that Jericho's going to lose to this guy.
Yeah, but the way this match is going, it's a real possibility.
Jericho, though, needs a breather, and he rolls out of the ring to try to do that.
A wise maneuver from a wily veteran.
I'm not sure if Jericho's going to get much rest time.
What's this guy doing? Daniel Bryan, suicide dive right off the announce desk.
Looks like Bryan might have bounced off the announce desk himself.
I don't think Miz liked the fact that Bryan threw his body in harm's way, and I can't say I blame him. What's this guy thinking?
Observing the relationship between The Miz and Daniel Bryan, I don't think there's any chance Bryan is going to forget the embarrassment he went through
Back in the ring now.
So what if Daniel Bryan doesn't want to show Miz any respect?
What if he's going to get the hell beaten
Moments
out
like
of him?
this
What's
is
gonna
exactly
happen?
how a
He's not gonna
competitor
make it
takes
far if he
control of a
continues
match.
to discord
You know, Byron, I
Miz.
have to wonder if Daniel Bryan is still thinking about earlier tonight when his
Simple mentor,
incredible Miz
athleticism.
slapped him across the face.
Well, any man that gets slapped has got to carry that embarrassment for some time. Especially with it coming on your first day on the
some
job.
serious pain
Yoshi
here.
Tatsu taught you, Byron? Miz did say he was going to slap some personality into his rookie.
I think this man means business.
Oh, I'm thinking the champion is starting to realize he underestimated this rookie.
Jericho's in trouble. Can we be seeing a monumental upset?
Monumental upset would be an absolute understatement.
Man, Chris Jericho, what offense.
That should do it right there.
Didn't have to dig very deep to kick out of that one.
Gonna take a whole lot more.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
That's a good way to knock a bone out of socket. That shot was perfect. If you get hit with a lot more of those, getting nailed once turns into a full-scale beating. This kind of offense he's known for. Chris Jericho knows how to polish off an opponent.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Taken down by the Dragon Screw.
The turnbuckle goes Daniel Bryan. Whoa!
That could break a nose. Hold on, guys. This isn't good.
No question about it, Cole.
Setting him up for something here.
And whatever it is, it's going to hurt, and it's going to hurt back. Look out! And it's Bryan showing some agility.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. Look at this.
He's flipped the switch, that's for sure.
Ooh, Chris Jericho may have it.
There it is. It's locked in.
The walls!
But can he follow up here?
Jericho just had enough with this rookie.
No doubt that was a match people will be telling.
Daniel Bryan fought valiantly, but just couldn't hang with a champ.
Yeah, this time, experience was...
We're on the inaugural episode of NXT. The World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho taking on the Miz's rookie, Daniel Bryan.
I've been looking forward to this main event. WrestleMania is on the horizon, but tonight is a WrestleMania of sorts for all the NXT rookies.
Well, Daniel Bryan was excited earlier in the night to be out on the biggest stage of his life. But that was before he knew he was going to face the World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to have to learn to take Miz's advice if he wants to survive here.
What a shot by Chris Jericho.
Got him caught.
frog.
Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan. That drops him in a hurry.
I've got to say, I'm surprised to see Bryan actually testing the champion here a bit. It must be the inspiration from The Miz that's propelling this offense. I have to admit the NXT rookies have been fairly feisty tonight with their WWE pros, to say the least. But there's been no bigger offender than Daniel Bryan.
Bit of ungratefulness shown on the part of Daniel Bryan. To say he wasn't pleased to have The Miz as his WWE pro was a real slap in the face tonight.
There's a pin now, and a kick out, much to nobody's surprise.
Tried for it early. Returning to Daniel Bryan, not wanting The Miz as his pro. I do see Bryan's point.
There's no way that Jericho's going to lose to this guy.
Yeah, but the way this match is going, it's a real possibility.
Jericho, though, needs a breather, and he rolls out of the ring to try to do that.
A wise maneuver from a wily veteran.
I'm not sure if Jericho's going to get much rest time.
What's this guy doing? Daniel Bryan, a suicide dive right off the announce desk.
Looks like Bryan might have bounced off the announce desk himself.
I don't think Miz liked the fact that Bryan threw his body in harm's way, and I can't say I blame him. What's this guy thinking? Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose.
Bryan is not playing right now.
He's going for it all. Incoming. Oh, this is dangerous right here. Look at this.
Oh, no, we've got a problem here, guys.
No kidding. Who knows what'll happen next? We're about to see something highly devastating, gentlemen.
This is bad.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Now we have Daniel Bryan on the attack.
You know, Byron, I have to wonder if Daniel Bryan is still thinking about earlier tonight when his pro mentor, Miz, slapped him across the face.
Well, any man that gets slapped has got to carry that embarrassment for some time, especially with it coming on your first day on the job.
That's something Yoshi Tatsu taught you, Byron? Miz did say he's going to slap some personality into his rookie.
Hold on, guys. This isn't good.
No question about it, Cole.
He delivers a flawless Hurricane Rana.
Daniel Bryan looking to attack from high. Whoa! Going to the top. High risk. Incoming. He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. Look at this.
He's flipped a switch. That's for sure.
And he lands the slam.
This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
And it's Bryan showing some agility.
Caught with the elbow.
Right on the jaw.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope. Look out!
Oh, no, we've got a problem here, guys.
No kidding. Who knows what will happen next?
There it is.
Hurricane Rana.
Bad spot for him to be in here, guys.
He's got to do something to get back in this thing.
Oh, shot right to the kick. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Look at this. Up the turnbuckle goes Daniel Bryan. Look out.
He's flipped the switch, that's for sure.
Keep your eye on this one. Look at this. He's going for it all.
Look at Daniel Bryan strutting his stuff all over.
Whoa! I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Look at this. And he hits with a diving assault. And he's heading back in. Oh, I think this man means business. Going all the way up. Incoming. He's got him covered. This is going to be big, one way or another. Look at this. He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
This is not the... Guys, you're getting ahead of yourself. There's going to be some sort of miracle. See, I told you.
Oh, boy.
This one's over now. Roll him into the walls of Jericho. Tap him out, Chris.
Bryan's trying to fight it.
Rolls through. What a counter by the technician, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, my God.
Heel hook is in.
Jericho's in trouble.
Jericho tried it. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap?
He may have no choice.
He made it to the bottom rope.
You have got to be impressed, Michael, from what we're seeing from Daniel Bryan.
Did he win yet, Byron?
Daniel Bryan thinks he...
Oh, breaker!
You can't allow a veteran like Jericho any time to recover.
You're right, Corey. That was a rookie move. And now he's going to pay for it, Byron.
That very well may be the case, Michael.
This loser's going to lose again. Lion Tamer.
Can Bryan hold on?
Tap out, nerd.
You got your wish, Cole. Daniel Bryan fought valiantly, but just couldn't hang with a champ.
Yeah, this time, experience was just too much for Daniel Bryan.
And listen, Miz has got to be so disappointed, and I don't blame him. Luck of the draw, Miz got this loser to be his protege, and now Miz a little bit of tough love here.
Whoa, tough love? Give me a break.
Tough love.
This is ridiculous.
Miz is obviously frustrated with his star pupil.
Oh, yeah, so you're frustrated, so that's okay. Now you can beat him up?
Yeah, start winning some matches, then you won't get beat up anymore.
That's ridiculous.
Disrespect me! Huh? I'm a champion!
Miz has lost his mind.
Lying on his back, looking at the lights again. The entirety of Daniel Bryan's career in WWE, he's had a rival in the form of The Miz, and it's plain to see why, since the polar opposite stars have been forced to interact at so many points.
Michael, those two did not get along when The Miz was assigned to be Daniel Bryan's mentor.
Bryan had much better wrestling skills, but The Miz argued that Bryan lacked charisma.
He tossed him like a sack of potatoes.
Getting in with a strike like that lets you know just what kind of fight you're in. Elbow drop. Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan. That's how you make an impact.
Between his championship, his briefcase, and his media obligations, Miz is slipping just a little here. He'll bounce back.
You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like this.
Every title's on the line here tonight at Night of Champions. The Miz is no stranger to championships. At one point, he held the U.S. title and the Tag Team Championship simultaneously. And that briefcase is a near guaranteed WWE Championship win.
Okay, Michael, I know where you're going to go with this. I know what you're trying to lead to. Yes, Daniel Bryan hasn't won a title here yet, but he's only been on the roster for 8 months. Give him time.
The two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume than Daniel Bryan, but I have to point out that Daniel Bryan just did something Miz hasn't done yet. He main evented SummerSlam.
I mean, come on, Daniel Bryan stole that spot at SummerSlam after John Cena begged The Miz to join his team. Also, when The Miz wins here and then cashes in later tonight, he'll have plenty of main events in his future.
Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show. Daniel Bryan looking to attack from high.
This looks to be a barn burner, gentlemen. These two guys hate each other.
Corey, come on. The Miz is WWE's fastest rising star, and Daniel Bryan, he's a nerdy vegan. Bryan's got no chance here tonight. He goes for the cover and a kick out.
It'll take more than that.
Now that's how you make a statement.
Daniel Bryan took the Miz's spot at SummerSlam last month, and if he keeps this up, he'll take the U.S. title too.
Byron, The Miz is the future of the WWE. He has to win tonight.
Michael may have ragged on Daniel Bryan's diet, but that quote-unquote nerdy vegan is WWE's most effective submission expert.
And Miz is as crafty as the day is long. That makes for a pretty interesting confrontation.
He breaks out.
He's not done just yet, Michael.
I believe Daniel Bryan has a strong chance of winning tonight. And the guy was trained by Shawn Michaels, who must have taught Bryan a thing or two about high-pressure matches.
What has happened to you, Corey? You turned into another Saxton. Yeah, and Daniel Bryan was also trained by The Miz. Quite frankly, Bryan should have listened to The Miz more, and maybe he would have won NXT. Oh, what an uppercut.
He's flipped the switch, that's for sure.
You know what? I take back what I said about Daniel Bryan potentially winning NXT. Bryan never could have won NXT. He started with a 10-match losing streak. He probably only quit because he would have been eliminated soon. Anyway,
Michael, all it takes is what happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan.
well, it hasn't happened yet, has it, Byron?
It could be on the verge of occurring. Daniel Bryan from the top rope. Miz is in trouble.
Yeah, but look at The Miz fight back. What a warrior.
Great wherewithal from The Miz. Daniel Bryan hung out to dry.
Oh, no!
Just like that, The Miz has turned the tides in this matchup.
This is what I'm talking about. Will this be enough? Daniel Bryan kicks out easily.
Might have slipped there, Cole.
The Miz's grasp on the United States Championship is slowly slipping away.
No! Miz can't lose here tonight. Not like this.
Great effort, but he better save something for later in the... Oh, going for it! Going for it!
Lapel lock, the lapel lock is in.
The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys.
But now, can Bryan make the most of this?
Listen to the WWE.
He did it! Daniel Bryan is U.S. champion!
No, it can't be.
I can watch highlights of that one all night long. One of the great WWE matches I've ever been able to watch.
Here is your winner, and the new United States Champion, Daniel Bryan.
That was a fluke. The Miz slipped, and Daniel Bryan somehow took advantage.
A long road for Daniel Bryan leads to the United States title.
I could watch them go at it each and every week. What a match.
And I'll tell you, the roof nearly blew off this place in Rosemont when the bell finally rang to end this one.
We're in Boston in a building where many great champions have been crowned, and right now, the tag team titles are on the line. The champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth against the unlikely team of Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Talk about an odd couple, Michael. With everything we've seen from Bryan and Kane in the past few weeks, I gotta wonder if Dr. Shelby's anger management therapy can turn these two into a cohesive unit.
What do you know about therapists, Saxton? They've been thrusted into this position while the champions have been centered around their teamwork for the past 5 months. Kane and Bryan only have anger management in common. I wouldn't call that a building block towards tag team titles.
Takes him down with a chop block.
Leading up to this match, a lot of praise was thrown on Kofi and R-Truth. Kofi being a 3-time Intercontinental Champion and both having time as United States Champion. Well, Daniel Bryan has his accolades as well.
Of course, Daniel Bryan won the United States Championship at the same pay-per-view 2 years ago against The Miz. He also went on to win a Money in the Bank and become a World Heavyweight Champion.
Bringing up Daniel Bryan's time as World Heavyweight Champion, he did lose that title in only 18 seconds to Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Why? Why do you have to go and bring that up, Saxton? You know Daniel's in a fragile state right now, and you bring up a moment where he was caught off guard and hit by a now outlawed Brogue Kick.
You know, I have to say, I've seen some progress in Kane and Daniel Bryan's anger management. I don't think they are all the way there, but there's been definite progress.
I see it too, Michael. We don't see Daniel screaming in the face of fans anymore. He's keeping his composure pretty well. And Kane, well, Kane is still Kane. There is some deep-rooted trouble within that monster. In comparing Daniel Bryan and Kane's progress in therapy, I think there are two different cases. Bryan had an emotional breakdown brought on by the WWE Universe, whereas Kane has just been sick and demented since birth.
Well, one of those things for sure. They're both off their rocker in my estimation.
Great job, Dr. Cole.
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe.
Delivering the knee. You know, Byron, Kane and Daniel Bryan almost accidentally stumbled into this title opportunity when they defeated the prime-time players on last week's Raw.
I can tell you it was no act.
Oh, and he makes the tag.
That was a game changer right there, Michael.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Perfect timing on that Hurricane Rana.
All the questions of will Kane and Daniel Bryan be able to coexist looking like a moot point right now.
Right to the kidneys from behind. We've been seeing Daniel and Kane in therapy for weeks now. It's not anger management that these two need. What they need is respect from the WWE Universe. These Yes Chance fans do are an absolute mockery to Daniel Bryan. I don't blame him one bit for being angry.
Sickening thud as his body is driven to the mat. That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure.
You know, Corey, I see Daniel's issues with the Yes Champ, but I don't have a problem with it. I mean, even in Montreal, where we were for Raw this past week, the crowd chants, "We, we, we," so these Yes Chants are becoming bilingual.
Very cute, Cole. Daniel Bryan's just a few feet away, and you're doing that. You should see if your friend Dr. Shelby does sensitivity training as well, because you need it.
He's going for the pin. Clearly on a mission here.
So, Michael, let me ask you, did Daniel Bryan's anger management issues begin way back in April at WrestleMania, when Bryan, who was World Heavyweight Champion at the time, lost his title to Sheamus in a record 18 seconds? It's been haunting Daniel Bryan for months.
Yes, it did. Listen, Daniel Bryan confessed that WrestleMania was the most embarrassing moment of his whole life, and that's including the time
Kane is looking to end this right now.
Kane with a vice-like grip on his opponent's skull.
I don't like how this is looking for R-Truth.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
Guys, when the WWE Universe has the power on Monday Night Raw, they can be really nutty. Case in point, a few weeks ago, the WWE Universe voted on social media to have Daniel Bryan and Kane hug it out in the middle of the ring. Yes, folks, hug it out.
Yeah, it was not a sight we usually see in a WWE ring. Kane and Daniel appeared to be two people that have never given a hug in their whole life. An awkward moment that showed they both still had a ways to go in their anger management.
Kofi Kingston is tagged in.
Chipping away at the midsection. He's showing absolutely no pity now, guys.
And Kane manages to reverse out of that one. With the excellent move to get out.
Daniel Bryan has so much on his mind right now. He was ballistic in a WWE.com interview. The problem is Daniel Bryan, he's a great competitor, but this crowd constantly distracts him. How can anybody do their work when this is going on?
Oh, it's absolutely unfair. Bryan has to keep his anger in check while hearing the WWE Universe mock him. And then he also has to focus on his opponent. It's a lot to handle.
No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
We touched on how much is going through Daniel Bryan's head right now. Again, this all started when Daniel Bryan thought the fans were embracing him. And then when he realized they were actually humiliating him by repeating his yes chant, Daniel Bryan just snapped.
And that's one of the reasons he seemingly has gone off the deep end as of late. And as a result, the Raw general manager forced Daniel Bryan to attend anger management therapy.
Whoa, he lets him out.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights. Can we address R-Truth and little Jimmy, please? If anyone needs Dr. Shelby, it's R-Truth. The guy's seeing things. He's holding ropes to let an imaginary person into the ring. Forget Daniel Bryan and Kane. Someone please help R-Truth.
I think R-Truth is doing just fine. This week, WWE.com had a pictorial about Little Jimmy's family. Portraits like Little Jimmy and a birthday party hat. Pretty fabulous.
Cole, I was reaching out to get R-Truth help for his imaginary delusion, but you're here enabling self-destructive behavior. We know what having imaginary friends well into adulthood can do to a person. We've seen what it's done to Saxton.
Well, I would have to refute that, okay? I'm a well-adjusted adult gentleman with many real-world friends, too. Thank you very much.
He's a spinning ball of energy.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's what's up. Now it's time to capitalize.
I need to say, guys, if Daniel Bryan and Kane can work together and win here tonight, Dr. Shelby deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, Cole, but I have it on good authority that Dr. Shelby isn't even a certified therapist. My sources on the health board say he dropped out of medical school to visit Tibet on some kind of spiritual excursion. The guy's a fraud. In WWE, there's as much chaos outside the ring as there is inside the ring.
Try working with Saxton at ringside. Watch out here.
Ever since Kofi and R-Truth became out. Allies. They've been on a tear. Uh-oh. This just ain't gonna do it.
He releases it.
And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
We talk about being on the same page, and Truth and Kofi certainly are. But wouldn't you think Kane and Daniel Bryan's shared experience in anger management can create a chemistry of sorts?
Kofi and Truth have held those titles for 5 months. It'd be ridiculous to think that trust falls and yelling at kids wearing goat masks for a couple of weeks is going to get you the same kind of chemistry that tag team champions have.
Uh-oh. There's no way he's giving up now.
You know, Byron, Kane and Daniel Bryan almost accidentally stumbled into this title opportunity when they defeated the prime-time players on last week's Raw.
I can tell you it was no accident when Kane delivered a hateful chokeslam on Bryan. It just so happened that Daniel landed on their opponent long enough to gain the pinfall. I can't foresee that being the outcome against the champions, though. No breathing room for Kane.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
Wow, Kane is being controlled.
This is not where you want to be. Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it, Cole.
This could be big. This could be dangerous. Oh, here we go. You know, I have to say, I've seen some progress in Kane and Daniel Bryan's anger management. I don't think they are all the way there, but there's been definite progress.
I see it too, Michael. We don't see Daniel screaming in the face of fans anymore. He's keeping his composure pretty well. And Kane, well, Kane is still Kane. There is some deep-rooted trouble within that monster.
A lot of people looking to praise this superstar, but the way I see it, competing injured just goes along with the territory.
In comparing Daniel Bryan and Kane's progress in therapy, I think there are two different cases. Bryan had an emotional breakdown brought on by the WWE Universe, whereas Kane has just been sick and demented since birth.
Well, one of those things for sure. They're both off their rocker in my estimation.
Great job, Dr. Cole.
What fiendish things are going through that demented mind right now?
Here comes Daniel Bryan sending Kingston across the ring.
And Daniel Bryan looking to put Kofi Kingston away for the tag team titles. Drop kick. Kingston's in trouble.
The
Kane
Champs are in peril. The Big Red Machine making the long climb to the top rope.
I don't think Bryan wanted Kane to make the tag.
No, not at all. He felt like he was in control. And now Kane is heading up top.
It's just a matter of time till this team implodes. We know they can't stand each other.
Kofi Kingston.
Look at Bryan. Bryan is hanging onto the ankle of Kane.
Kingston.
Crash and burn.
And now Daniel Bryan. Shoved away by Kane.
This is hilarious.
Bryan with a shot to Kane.
What is
And
happening?
there's Kane on the top rope. Splash into a cover. New tag team champion.
Oh, my God.
No way.
Yes way.
I cannot believe what we just saw.
What we just saw is two men in Kane and Daniel Bryan. Who can't stand each other. But now they're tag team champions.
Kane can't believe it. Daniel Bryan is celebrating.
No amount of therapy could have prepared the WWE Universe for this. This is going to be a disaster.
Can you imagine Kane and Daniel Bryan as tag team champions?
You don't have to imagine it. It's a reality.
And it's weird.
I guess anger management worked, well, at least somewhat, right?
Team champions! I am the tag team champions! I am the tag
And look at
team
this.
Can't even agree who the real champion is.
Well, it's both of them, Byron.
tag team champions! I am the tag team champions!
This is gonna be interesting to watch.
There's obviously no argument here. They both won the titles.
They can't even enjoy the victory together.
Oh, watch out.
The Big Red Machine certainly not pleased with the situation, but he can call himself one half of the tag team champions.
A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
Randy Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE champion Randy Orton.
The kick connects.
There might be no getting up from that DDT. He's inflicting. Some serious pain here. Down to the floor.
We're seeing two favorites of the WWE Universe battle it out here, and it's fitting that the WWE Universe voted for this to be a street fight.
The hashtags have been trending all night on social media, but the people picked a street fight over a Falls Count Anywhere and a lumberjack match. I normally disagree with the people, but they made a good call here tonight.
We saw Team Hell No dissolve last week on Raw as both Kane and Daniel Bryan turned their sights towards the WWE Championship.
Step one in that process is beating Randy Orton. Defeating a guy of Orton's stature puts you near the front of the line for title opportunities.
Solid contact from Daniel Bryan. Ouch. Going back to Kane and Daniel Bryan's breakup, it seemed cordial, but their paths could easily cross again if one of them attains the WWE Championship.
Yeah, that reminds me, Michael. Team Hell No didn't officially hug it out when they broke up. Things could be bad between Kane and Bryan.
This rivalry between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton has been simmering for weeks and looks to violently explode during this street fight.
Yeah, Bryan has been determined to show he can beat Orton. Last week on Raw, Randy Orton won the match via ref stoppage when Bryan injured his arm. Bryan got a countout win 4 days later on SmackDown, but he wants a definitive win over the Viper here tonight. Oh boy, he is rolling.
We recounted Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton's matches as of late. We thought it would be settled in tonight's opening match, but they brawled to a double disqualification.
Well, you won't see a count-out, DQ, or an injury in this match. One of these guys is going to be pinned or submitted at the conclusion of this street fight.
Warm up the buses. This one's over.
Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan are both as tough as they come, and this is a matter of pride between both men. These are two guys you don't want to lose, especially to each other.
Look, here it is.
Saxton, you were blathering about these guys being respectful, and I got to dispute you. Orton's done some despicable things to get ahead, and Bryan certainly wasn't respectful when he cashed in Money in the Bank on the Big Show. You do what you can to get ahead in this industry.
Corey, that's all in the past. The WWE Universe loves both these guys because they're all about competition, not cheating.
Daniel Bryan has been consumed with the idea that he's a weak link due to his performances in tag team competition as of late.
Well, Bryan tends to be consumed by just about every minor annoyance, but he did take the pin in 3 straight tag team championship losses to the Shield.
Oh, I think this man means business. Here's Orton.
Bringing back up Daniel Bryan as a weak link. Note that he's not sorry he let Kane down when he cost Team Hell No the tag titles, or that he failed Randy Orton in their quest for the tag titles. Bryan's just thinking about himself here.
Look, Bryan may have faltered in those matches, but Bryan was also the guy who got Seth Rollins to tap out for the Shield's first ever six-man tag team loss. He can obviously be a team player, but... Right now, Bryan is out to prove he's a single superstar.
A street fight is apropos for Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, seen as both men will take part in a Money in the Bank ladder match in 3 weeks' time.
All the weapons we'll see Bryan and Orton sling tonight is just a prelude to the unforgiving steel ladders at play in a Money in the Bank match.
You two brought up the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Don't forget that Kane's in that match, too. I wonder if Bryan's going to be able to stay sane with so many agitating factors in play in that match.
I think Daniel Bryan will thrive, actually. He's won Money in the Bank more recently than Kane, and Randy Orton still hasn't won Money in the Bank after multiple attempts.
Randy Orton has had rage issues, and Daniel Bryan is no stranger to anger management. Who has the advantage in a twisted match like this?
There's a world...
Oh, my goodness!
Daniel Bryan has a major task ahead of him tonight. He's got to beat a man with just about every accolade on his resume in the form of Randy Orton.
Yeah, Corey, you're not kidding. Orton has held the Intercontinental Championship, the Tag Team Championship, he's won the Royal Rumble, and has been WWE Champion 9 times.
We compared Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan's accolades before, and Daniel Bryan has a decent resume, too, as he's won Money in the Bank and has held the U.S. title, tag team titles. The world title one time. Each.
That's just it, Cole. Bryan's had a taste of success. Orton's been feasting on it forever.
It's kind of a shame that Orton and Bryan are fighting tonight, and that they will also be brawling with Kane in the Money in the Bank match, since those three men are the only trio to pin or submit the Shield in a six-man tag team match.
It's even more impressive when you consider the trios that fell to the Shield. At WrestleMania, Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show failed. On the Raw 2 weeks after WrestleMania, Team Hell No and The Undertaker couldn't do it. Last week, Team Hell No and Orton finally beat the Shield, and in 3 weeks, they'll be fighting each other for Money in the Bank.
When this guy's on, look out.
I'm not surprised that Randy Orton couldn't make it as a tag team partner for Daniel Bryan. He hasn't had the best track record with allies this year.
That's true, Byron. Orton put his neck out for the Big Show to help him and Sheamus take on the Shield at WrestleMania. That match ended with Big Show punching out both his partners.
Incredible! This has to be it.
You two gentlemen mentioned Orton's bad luck with tag partners. After Big Show's betrayal, Sheamus and Orton couldn't get along. It's a minor miracle that Orton helped Team Hell No beat the Shield.
Needless to say, I don't think we'll be seeing Orton teaming up with anyone in that locker room for quite some time after tonight.
I don't want to know what that feels like. Randy Orton has had rage issues, and Daniel Bryan is no stranger to anger management. Who has the advantage in a twisted match like this?
There's a world of difference between how Bryan and Orton process their anger. Orton's turned it into a Hall of Fame career. Bryan suffered some of his worst losses due to his mental issues.
A street fight is apropos for Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, seen as both men will take part in a Money in the Bank ladder match in 3 weeks' time.
All the weapons we'll see Bryan and Orton sling tonight is just a prelude to the unforgiving steel ladders at play in a Money in the Bank match.
You two brought up the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Don't forget that Kane's in that match, too. I wonder if Bryan's going to be able to stay sane with so many agitating factors in play in that match.
I think Daniel Bryan will thrive, actually. He's won Money in the Bank more recently than Kane and Randy Orton. Oh, my God.
This rivalry between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton has been simmering for weeks and looks to violently explode during this street fight.
Bryan has been determined to show he can beat Orton. Last week on Raw, Randy Orton won the match via ref stoppage when Bryan injured his arm. Bryan got a countout win 4 days later on SmackDown, but he wants a definitive win over the Viper here tonight.
He's displaying classic offense here.
We recounted Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton's matches as of late. We thought it would be settled in tonight's opening match, but they brawled to a double disqualification.
Well, you won't see a count-out, DQ, or an injury in this match. One of these guys is going to be pinned or submitted at the conclusion of this street fight.
He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while. Executed perfectly. Nicely done. Now that's the type of move that sends a message to an opponent.
Daniel Bryan has been consumed with the idea that he's a weak link due to his performances in tag team competition as of late. Well, he's looking at it.
The human body can only absorb so much of that.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
Bringing back up Daniel Bryan as a weak link. Note that he's not sorry he let Kane down when he cost Team Hell No the tag titles, or that he failed Randy Orton in their quest for the tag titles. Bryan's just thinking about himself here.
Look, Bryan...
Orton looking for something big.
Uh-oh.
Good night. This is his opportunity to win this thing.
We've got to cover one. Digging deep for a kick out. Too soon.
We saw Team Hell No dissolve last week on Raw as both Kane and Daniel Bryan turned their sights towards the WWE Championship.
Step one in that process is beating Randy Orton. Defeating a guy of Orton's stature puts you near the front of the line for title opportunities.
Nice job by Randy Orton there.
Lightning fast reflexes. Going back to Kane and Daniel Bryan's breakup, it seemed cordial, but their paths could easily cross again if one of them attains the WWE Championship.
Yeah, that reminds me, Michael. Team Hell No didn't officially hug it out when they broke up. Things could be bad between Kane and Bryan.
Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan are both as tough as they come, and this is a matter of pride between both men. These are two guys you don't want to lose, especially to each other.
Look, we did see things get heated earlier tonight, but I think there's still a level of respect here. Neither is going to cheat to defeat the other. It's all about proving that you are the best.
Another amazing singles contest. These two never cease to entertain the WWE Universe.
Saxton, you were blathering about these guys being respectful, and I got to dispute you.
Orton looking for something. KO out of nowhere.
The Viper strikes again.
His shoulders are down. 2, 3. Randy Orton with an emphatic win.
The Viper victorious.
Extreme Rules is not for the faint of heart, as you can see in these highlights.
Hope everybody at home set those DVRs, because that was a match
Here is
you're going to
your
want to
winner.
watch again
He is
and again
the
and
Apex
again.
Predator,
Epic.
the Viper, Randy Orton.
A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
Randy Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE champion Randy Orton.
It's got to be hard to rebound from that one. You have to think that's it.
I didn't think technical wrestling wizard Daniel Bryan could hold his own in a street fight, but he's doing pretty well so far.
We're really starting to see the versatility in Bryan's repertoire here.
Yeah, but a versatile repertoire means nothing if Orton can pull off an RKO out of nowhere.
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe. He's displaying classic offense here. This kind of offense he's known for.
We're seeing two favorites of the WWE Universe battle it out here, and it's fitting that the WWE Universe voted for this to be a street fight.
The hashtags have been trending all night on social media, but the people picked a street fight over a Falls Count Anywhere and a lumberjack match. I normally disagree with the people, but they made a good call here tonight.
That's how you use the ropes to your advantage.
Oh, there's some good contact there by Randy Orton.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Randy Orton has found an answer here.
Daniel Bryan has a major task ahead of him tonight. He's got to beat a man with just about every accolade on his resume in the form of Randy Orton.
Yeah, Corey, you're not kidding. Orton has held the Intercontinental Championship, the Tag Team Championship, he's won the Royal Rumble, and has been WWE Champion 9 times. He may not like being called a weak link, but these attacks have to be weakening Daniel Bryan.
Well, if this keeps up, the GOAT may be soon led to slaughter.
We compared Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan's accolades before, and Daniel Bryan has a decent resume too, as he's won Money in the Bank and has held the U.S. title, tag team titles, and the world title one time each.
That's just it, Cole. Bryan's had a taste of success. Orton's been feasting on it forever.
It's kind of a shame that Orton and Bryan are fighting tonight, and that they will also be brawling with Kane in the Money in the Bank match, since those three men are the only trio to pin or submit the Shield in a six-man tag team match.
It's even more impressive when you consider the trios that fell to the Shield at WrestleMania. Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show failed. On the Raw 2 weeks after WrestleMania, Team Hell No and The Undertaker couldn't do it. Last week, Team Hell No and Orton finally beat the Shield, and in 3 weeks, they'll be fighting each other for Money in the Bank.
I'm not surprised that Randy Orton couldn't make it as a tag team partner for Daniel Bryan. He hasn't had the best track record with allies this year.
That's true, Byron. Orton put his neck out for the Big Show to help him and Sheamus take on the Shield at WrestleMania. That match ended with Big Show punching out both his partners.
You two gentlemen mentioned Orton's bad luck with tag partners. After Big Show's betrayal, Sheamus and Orton couldn't get along. It's a minor miracle that Orton helped Team Hell No beat the Shield.
Needless to say, I don't think we'll be seeing Orton teaming up with anyone in that locker room for quite some time after tonight.
That's it. It's over. It's over. Bad move there.
I don't know what made him think that was a good idea.
I'm not surprised that Randy Orton couldn't make it as a tag team partner.
It could be over here.
This is it.
There's not a person in this arena who thought that was it for him.
Gonna take more than that.
He slams him down with authority.
Look at the disdain in the eyes of the Viper.
You two gentlemen mentioned Orton's bad luck with tag partners. After Big Show's betrayal, Sheamus and Orton couldn't get along. It's a minor miracle that Orton helped Team Hell No beat the Shield.
Needless to say, I don't think we'll be seeing Orton teaming up with anyone in that locker room for quite some time after tonight.
Randy Orton, no problem in getting out of that one. He's inflicting some serious pain here.
This rivalry between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton has been simmering for weeks and looks to violently explode during this street fight.
Bryan has been determined to show he can beat Orton. Last week on Raw, Randy Orton won the match via ref stoppage when Bryan injured his arm. Bryan got a countout win 4 days later on SmackDown. But he wants a definitive win over the Viper here tonight.
We recounted Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton's matches as of late. We thought it would be settled in tonight's opening match, but they brawled to a double disqualification.
Well, you won't see a count-out, DQ, or an injury in this match. One of these guys is going to be pinned or submitted at the conclusion of this street fight.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Look out! What a hellaciously physical match these gladiators have put themselves through. The intensity of this has been incredible.
Got it.
At some point, the referee may want to think about stopping this one before somebody gets seriously injured. The human body can only absorb so much of that. The damage has been done. He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while.
That lands.
Nobody comes back from this. That's how you make an impact. I don't want to know what that feels like.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Look at this.
So painful.
This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Well done.
He's displaying classic offense here.
Randy Orton's methodical attacks are starting to take their toll on the man he considers a weak link, Daniel Bryan.
Bryan's defeated many top WWE stars, but beating a guy the caliber of Orton may just be outside Daniel Bryan's level.
So damaging.
Here he goes.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
That's what he was looking for, Michael.
Walks in. What's Randy Orton gonna do?
Will the Viper tap out? Orton's in serious trouble.
Trying to drag himself to the ropes, but remember, the ropes aren't going to cause a break here.
Guys.
Because this is a street fight, and Orton with a kendo stick. Whoa!
Repeated strikes with a kendo stick. Orton wearing the weapon out on Daniel Bryan's body.
Just what the WWE's Apex Predator needs is a weapon.
It's all perfectly legal.
You will find absolutely, oh my God, no remorse whatsoever from Randy Orton.
All the frustration inside the Viper bubbling over. Orton's like a man possessed. This won't end well.
And he's got Bryan on the second rope. Randy Orton could be closing in on a victory. Oh, vintage Orton with a DDT.
I think that's the beginning of the end, gentlemen. Randy Orton seems to be preparing to go to that place.
Randy Orton is focused. Randy Orton could be closing in on victory.
Looking for the RKO. No.
Backslide by Bryan. Shoulders are down.
Oh.
Orton kicks out. Now and a kick by Daniel Bryan. And now kendo stick in hand.
Oh,
and Bryan unloading on Orton.
Bryan returning the favor.
I'll be shocked if that's not it. He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while. Executed perfectly.
Uh-oh, Bryan looking for it. The yes lock is applied. Will his opponent tap?
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
Looks like the second time's going to be the charm here. Orton's hit Bryan with everything in his arsenal.
Randy Orton unleashes the RKO, and it's all over but Bryan.
This could do it. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton with an emphatic win.
The Viper victorious.
A lot of action in that match. Let's have a look.
From the opening bell, this match was one for the ages. I'm almost speechless.
Here is your winner. He is the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
Randy Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE champion Randy Orton. But what incredible power.
Wow, what a vertical suplex. Randy Orton has had rage issues, and Daniel Bryan is no stranger to anger management. Who has the advantage in a twisted match like this?
There's a world of difference between how Bryan and Orton process their anger. Orton's turned it into a Hall of Fame career. Bryan suffered some of his worst losses due to his mental issues.
He's in a vulnerable spot now, guys.
Look at him. He's wide open for attack. It's kind of a shame that Orton and Bryan are fighting tonight, and that they will also be brawling with Kane in the Money in the Bank match, since those three men are the only trio to pin or submit the Shield in a six-man tag team match.
It's even more impressive when you consider the trios that fell to the Shield. At WrestleMania, Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show failed. On the Raw 2 weeks after WrestleMania, Team Hell No and The Undertaker couldn't do it. Last week, Team Hell No and Orton finally beat the Shield, and in 3 weeks, they'll be fighting each other for Money in the Bank.
This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Daniel Bryan has been consumed with the idea that he's a weak link due to his performances in tag team competition as of late.
Well, Bryan tends to be consumed by just about every minor annoyance, but he did take the pin in 3 straight tag team championship losses to the Shield.
Boom, what a slam. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Bringing back up Daniel Bryan as a weak link. Note that he's not sorry he let Kane down when he cost Team Hell No the tag titles, or that he failed Randy Orton in their quest for the tag titles. Bryan's just thinking about himself here.
Look, Bryan may have faltered in those matches, but Bryan was also the guy who got Seth Rollins to tap out for the Shield's first ever six-man tag team loss. He can obviously be a team player, but right now, Bryan is out to prove he's a single superstar.
Oh my goodness.
We're seeing 2 favorites of the WWE Universe battle it out here, and it's fitting that the WWE Universe voted for this to be a street fight.
The hashtags have been trending all night on social media, but the people picked a street fight over a Falls Count Anywhere and a lumberjack match. I normally disagree with the people, but they made a good call here tonight. Daniel Bryan has a major task ahead of him tonight. He's got to beat a man with just about every accolade on his resume in the form of Randy Orton.
Yeah, Corey, you're not kidding. Orton has held the Intercontinental Championship, the Tag Team Championship, he's won the Royal Rumble, and has been WWE Champion 9 times. Oh boy, he is rolling.
This kind of offense he's known for.
We compared Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan's accolades before, and Daniel Bryan has a decent resume too, as he's won Money in the Bank and has held the U.S. title, tag team titles, and the world title 1 time each.
That's just it, Cole. Bryan's had a taste of success. Orton's been feasting on it forever.
He's displaying classic offense here.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Offense like this is exactly how a competitor takes control of a match.
It's kind of a shame that Orton and Bryan are fighting tonight, and that they will also be brawling with Kane in the Money in the Bank match, since those 3 men are the only trio to pin or submit the Shield in a six-man tag team match.
It's even more impressive when you consider the trios that fell to the Shield. At WrestleMania, Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show failed. On the Raw 2 weeks after WrestleMania, Team Hell No and The Undertaker couldn't do it. Brings down his opponent, and here it is, Corey! Locks in. What's Randy Orton gonna do?
Will the Viper tap out?
Orton's in serious trouble.
Trying to drag himself to the ropes, but remember, the ropes aren't going to cause a break here.
Guys.
Because it's a street fight, and Orton with a kendo stick. Whoa!
Repeated strikes with a kendo stick. Orton wearing the weapon out on Daniel Bryan's body.
just what the WWE's Apex Predator needs, is a weapon.
It's all perfectly legal.
You will find absolutely, oh my God, no remorse whatsoever from Randy Orton.
All the frustration inside the Viper bubbling over. Orton's like a man possessed. This won't end well.
And he's got Bryan on the second rope. Randy Orton could be closing in on a victory. Oh, vintage Orton with a DDT.
I think that's the beginning of the end, gentlemen. Randy Orton seems to be preparing to go to that place.
Randy Orton is focused. Randy Orton could be closing in on victory.
Looking for the RKO. No.
Backslide by Bryan. Shoulders are down.
Oh.
Orton kicks out. Now on a kick by Daniel Bryan, and now kendo stick in hand.
Oh,
and Bryan unloading on Orton.
Bryan returning the favor.
This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Now that's the type of move that sends a message to an opponent. This kind of offense he's known for. Oh, I think this man means business.
This might be it.
That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure.
That's what he was looking for, Michael.
Message delivered.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now. Does Orton even know where he is? He may not like being called a weak link.
No way. What a move from Randy Orton. That's how you impress the WWE Universe, folks.
The Viper strikes again. I love it.
Toss to the outside. He's inflicting some serious pain here. Not the first time we've seen this move tonight.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now. Randy Orton got the worst end of that stick.
Daniel Bryan using the kendo stick for leverage. And Orton taps out. Randy Orton taps out.
What a win for Daniel Bryan.
Career-defining win for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan with one of the biggest victories of his career.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a physically grueling battle between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, and boy, did Bryan earn this.
Gotta give it up to him. Gotta give it up to Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's going to be feeling the effects of this one for some time.
Oh, hold on.
Orton offering a sign of respect.
That's what you love to see. Two great superstars, two great warriors displaying their mutual respect for each other.
Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this. The most polarizing individual in WWE history. John Cena against a man with an incredible... He's got the shoulders down. He's got to do more damage before he can get a 3 count.
Big match John is not going to go down that easily.
Schoolboy! A schoolboy. Here we go. The shoulders are down. Very curious move to go for a pinfall at this point.
He showed up here tonight for a fight, and that's exactly what we are seeing.
I don't want to know what that feels like.
Flattens him with a clothesline.
And here's the lockup. Look at these two jockeying for position. Great offense by John Cena.
That big elbow pad Cena sporting could become a target.
Daniel Bryan's a submission specialist. You know he's game planned for that elbow.
Something we'll have to keep an eye on. These two competed against each other 10 years ago on an episode of WWE Velocity, in a time before John Cena brought us into an era of ruthless aggression.
That 10 years is a very long time, Michael, and Daniel and John have been on a distinctively different path since that night.
Uh-oh, forearm's going to cut off the wind.
Byron said these two have been on different journeys since they first met.
Whoa, he gets out of it.
He's at another level right now, Michael.
Down he goes.
That'll do it every time.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. Whoa, and a bit of a test of strength here.
Oh, wow. It's no secret that Mr. McMahon doesn't care much for John Cena, but he really would hate to see Daniel Bryan become champion. I mean, Mr. McMahon has even tried to give Daniel Bryan a makeover.
Well, you can put a suit and tie on a goat, but it still looks like a goat, Cole.
The flying forearm finds his target.
Picking up on Mr. McMahon's opinion of Daniel Bryan, I do see where the chairman of the board's coming from. Daniel Bryan isn't the most well-kept superstar. He's a bit grungy. John Cena at least fits the prototype of a WWE champion a little bit more.
I think Daniel Bryan knows he doesn't have the look. He's not going to be starring in movies or be on a cereal box, but Daniel Bryan is a wrestler. That's who the WWE Universe wants as their champion.
I need is going for it all here.
Rocks him with a series of kicks.
That's what he was looking for, Michael.
No one's backing down here. What an impasse.
Speaking of Bryan's disapproval of John Cena, Cena did get emotional on Raw a couple of weeks ago. John saying that, I'm not going to change for Daniel Bryan. I'm not going to change for anyone.
Cena's heard it all before. He's been in hostile environments. He's had his critics. But as long as there are still people who are loyal to John Cena will fight for them and be loyal to who he is.
He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while.
I'm so glad to see Triple H step up to be the referee tonight. He's been a big supporter of Daniel Bryan and only wants to see Daniel get a fair shot at the title tonight. Something I don't believe Mr. McMahon wants.
Triple H sees the drive in Daniel Bryan. Sure, he went over the boss's head when he inserted himself as a referee, but a match of this magnitude needs someone impartial, someone who's going to call it straight down the middle, and Triple H is that guy.
The collar and elbow tie-up in a battle for control here. And the tie-up, make no mistake about it, this is all about skill, determination, and power.
You know, we knew Cena had a bummed elbow coming into this match, but it seems to be holding up thus far.
Fighting through pain. That's what champions do.
Well executed.
One thing I like about Triple H, ref.
Look out, John Cena. Incredible move by John Cena.
Are we looking at yet another John Cena victory here?
Yeah, but can John Cena take advantage now?
One move after the other. It's devastating.
They're struggling for control right now. Oh, I think this man means business. It's come down to a battle of attrition right now.
There's something we should address, something we need to think of. Randy Orton has been playing mind games with both of these men in recent weeks. Orton possesses the Money in the Bank contract. He can cash it in at any time. It's just something else these two need to keep in mind.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Michael, you remind us of Randy Orton possibly lurking in the shadows with that Money in the Bank contract. The Viper could be more like a vulture tonight if he chooses to cash in that contract.
I don't think either John or Daniel have any room in their mind to be thinking about anything else other than the task at hand, gentlemen.
Guys, there's a stark difference in the accolades between Daniel Bryan and John Cena. Bryan's never held the WWE Championship, while John Cena has held it 11 times.
Well, Daniel Bryan argues that John can't possibly be able to understand what he's feeling. How could Cena understand the hunger? Understand the desire Daniel has to hold the WWE Championship just once.
Yet another counter.
It's like they're both somehow one step ahead of each other.
Again, guys, John Cena is an 11-time WWE champion. Daniel Bryan just wants it once. He wants to be the WWE champion for one reason.
John Cena does it again.
John Cena.
Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this. The most polarizing individual in WWE history, John Cena, against a man with an incredible groundswell of support, Daniel Bryan. Will the 11-time WWE Champion retain his title, or will we enter the era of Bryan?
It's been a long time since we've seen someone be as hot with the WWE Universe as Daniel Bryan has been in recent months. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of electric momentum since guys like The Rock, or even Bryan's opponent, John Cena.
Bryan sees Cena as an entertainer, while Daniel calls himself a wrestler, and a more superior one than Cena. The champion disagrees. We'll see who's right tonight.
This kind of offense he's known for. From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries. The damage has been done.
Interesting quote from John Cena at the SummerSlam press conference this past Tuesday in L.A. John Cena told Daniel Bryan, and I quote, You have an opportunity this Sunday not only to gain my respect, but will Daniel Bryan be the next Rock? Will he be the next John Cena? Or will he be the first Daniel Bryan? Interesting quote from Cena as they head into this match.
I want to answer John Cena's question from Tuesday's press conference. I think Daniel Bryan's been on a road of defining himself. You see the excitement from the WWE Universe? It isn't too dissimilar to the rise we've seen with guys like The Rock and John Cena.
There's a different feeling to Bryan, though. Daniel's rise feels like it's coming from the underground, based around a guy, Daniel Bryan, who just wants to be the best at his job. And he's proud that his job is first and foremost being a wrestler.
These are two men who are proud of who they are. Daniel Bryan calling John Cena a parody of a wrestler. And in turn, Cena saying Daniel doesn't belong in the same class as The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Batista, all men Cena has beaten. Slam down with authority.
On the topic of Cena and Bryan being proud superstars, pride is woven into the fabric of both men. And Daniel Bryan does not feel respected by John Cena. Daniel Bryan is hopefully on his way to greatness, but he's not at John Cena's level yet.
John's just trying to teach Daniel a lesson. What's Daniel's catchphrase? Respect the beard? Respect in WWE is earned. Bryan could be hot right now, but only if he's good enough to take John Cena's title. Then he'll earn Cena's respect.
We have to credit John Cena for handpicking Daniel Bryan for this opportunity tonight. Cena respecting Daniel as an athlete and competitor. He says Bryan is going to put up one hell of a fight tonight.
Look, let me decipher that for you. In John Cena code, put up one hell of a fight means I'm John Cena and you're going to lose because I'm the man around here. Cena chose Bryan because he wanted to ride the wave of Bryan's sudden popularity and give himself what he feels is an easy win.
Great move. These two competed against each other 10 years ago on an episode of WWE Velocity. In a time before John Cena brought us into an... Oh, and he breaks free!
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
I don't know what he has planned out here, but he must be mindful of the referee's count.
Not so fast. Byron said these two have been on different journeys since they first met, Corey. Daniel Bryan believes his path has given him a deeper love for our sport.
Well, in Daniel's opinion, if John Cena were fired tomorrow, he'd go back to his mansion and his multi-million-dollar lifestyle and never wrestle again. If Daniel Bryan gets fired, and it has happened, if Bryan gets fired, you'll see him in every armory, every gymnasium that's filled with 30 people and a wrestling ring because Daniel Bryan loves wrestling.
That slam put him in a bad way, guys. Near a count out here, Corey.
It would be a shame if this ends in a count out, Cole.
Daniel Bryan is putting up more than a hell of a fight right now.
He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
Clubbing blow to the back.
You can see the wear and tear that this fight has taken out of these men. To the outside, which will start the referee's count.
Chaos, melee, pandemonium. it close here, guys.
What a coward. He's trying to get himself counted out, Cole.
Now back to the ring.
John Cena got him there. Could this...
His shoulders are down.
And the kick out.
It's hard to believe, but it looks like he still has some gas left in the tank.
He's displaying classic offense here.
Big move coming. Wait for it. Oh, no.
Just when...
Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. John Cena does it again.
John Cena out-wrestled Daniel Bryan.
These superstars put on quite a show. Here's another look.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Champion, John Cena.
Loyal to the WWE Universe, always loyal to who? Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this. The most polarizing individual in WWE history, John Cena, against a man with an incredible groundswell of support, Daniel Bryan. Will the 11-time WWE Champion retain his title, or will we enter the era of Bryan?
It's been a long time since we've seen someone be as hot with the WWE Universe as Daniel Bryan has been in recent months. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of electric momentum since guys like The Rock, or even Bryan's opponent, John Cena.
Bryan sees Cena as an entertainer, while Daniel calls himself a wrestler, and a more superior one than Cena. The champion disagrees. We'll see who's right tonight.
Now leapfrog. Oh, and sent crashing back down.
That big elbow pad Cena sporting could become a target.
Daniel Bryan's a submission specialist. You know he's game plan for that elbow.
Something we'll have to keep an eye on.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. Packed a punch. And the tie-up, make no mistake about it, this is all about skill, determination, and power.
It's no secret that Mr. McMahon doesn't care much for John Cena, but he really would hate to see Daniel Bryan become champion. I mean, Mr. McMahon has even tried to give Daniel Bryan a makeover.
Well, you can put a suit and tie on a goat, but it still looks like a goat, Cole.
No one's backing down here. What an impasse. He catches him off guard with that amazing acrobatic move.
Picking up on Mr. McMahon's opinion of Daniel Bryan, I do see where the chairman of the board's coming from. Daniel Bryan isn't the most well-kept superstar. He's a bit grungy. John Cena at least fits the prototype of a WWE champion a little bit more.
I think Daniel Bryan knows he doesn't have the look. He's not going to be starring in movies or be on a cereal box, but Daniel Bryan is a wrestler. That's who the WWE Universe wants as their champion. And look at the quickness by Cena. Shoulder block. One thing I like about Triple H refereeing this match is the fact that the game is going to give some leeway. He's going to let these guys go. That's the way the WWE Universe wants it. I think that's the way both these superstars want it.
Triple H knows what it means to be in championship matches, to be the main event of SummerSlam. The importance of this night for not only Cena, but the career of Daniel Bryan. Oh, no. Looking a little out of it, up on that turnbuckle.
Oh, this could very well be the beginning of the end.
I need to describe to you guys Daniel Bryan's disapproval of John Cena. Calling John Cena a parody, Daniel Bryan doesn't approve of John's look or how he acts. Calls John Cena an entertainer, not a wrestler.
Yeah, but Bryan's not the first guy to say it. John Cena's what's wrong with wrestling. To say, we've had enough of the 5 moves of doom. Daniel Bryan isn't the first, and he won't be the last to want to put Cena out of the picture.
Speaking of Bryan's disapproval of John Cena, Cena did get emotional on Raw a couple of weeks ago. John saying that, I'm not going to change for Daniel Bryan. I'm not going to change for anyone.
Cena's heard it all before. He's been in hostile environments. He's had his critics. But as long as there are still people who are loyal to John Cena...
Oh, I hate to see it end like this.